Hello lovely Virgo, it's Maria Guyon here with your monthly business and finance reading. How's it going for you, Virgo? How's it been going? Hope everything's alright and your business is doing well. So like I said, this is a business and finance reading. I don't do relationships or love and romance, that's not my wheelhouse. I am an intuitive business coach, and that is where the cards come into my business. I love giving messages from spirit to business owners. So what we're going to do is a Celtic cross spread, 11 cards, and it takes me a little time sometimes to get the cards out, so what I would suggest you do is either fast forward the video or just take a moment to meditate and set your intention for the month. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to be, do and have this month, Virgo? We've got a jumper. Guides, guardian angels, guide this reading. Guide this reading for Virgo for June 2021. Guide this reading for Virgo for June 2021. Oh. These cards are flying out. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. For Virgo, June 2021. Another jumper. Oh my goodness. It's like getting a mini word count. I'm going to go and collect these cards. Right then, Virgo, let's see what we've got. We've got you, the Three of Acorns, the Giraffe. This is you. All these cards will relate back to this. This is your theme for the month. The threes are starting to create some exploration, some foresight. Giraffe seeing things from a higher perspective than most people see because of that great long neck. So we'll just pop that there and we'll see what the rest of the cards are. Here we have your present, which is the Two of Crystals, balance and adaptability. What's crossing you there is the Six of Shells, sentiment and joy. The root of any problems, subconscious root of any problems, is the Nine of Crystals, security and abundance. What needs healing from the past is the Nine of Feathers, perspective and self-empowerment. The recent past, the last 3 to 6 months, we've got the Three of Shells. I've got a little, oops, that's my dolphins clanging. That's so interesting. I have a wind chime with sea glass dolphins on that is just out of your shot. You can't see it, but I turn the dolphins and then and then it starts to jangle. I've got a little ray of light here. I can't block it out. I've tried. I hope it's not distracting. It shouldn't bother anything. What your conscious focus is the Shaman, number 5, the Shaman, okay, which is the same as the Hierophant in other decks, in case you're wondering. Near future, 8 of Shells. We've got your external environment, the 5 of Shells in reverse. Your hopes and fears, the 10 of Feathers. And your projected outcome is the Three of Crystals in reverse. we've got a lot of threes, don't we? A lot of starting to create something going on here. We've also got, we've got a couple of nines as well. Just a couple of nines. But yeah, predominantly threes we've got. So here we are, you, the Three of Acorns, exploring new horizons, seeing things from a different perspective, looking down at the 30,000 foot view, I suppose you'd call it, so where you can see things with a better perspective than you can when you're right up close. In your present, let's investigate. We've got the Two of Crystals, balance and adaptability, and that, I believe, is a kangaroo. You've been leaping towards your goals, Virgo, and you're probably feeling quite balanced, actually. I know a lot of signs have been quite sort of upset by the lunar eclipse that we had, the pink supermoon, and it's caused some chaos and some anxiety, some feelings of being unsettled around that, but I don't get the feeling that that has affected you, and that if it has, you've adapted to it, you've been quite flexible, and you've carried on going, and it's really important, actually, because that lunar eclipse, the energy around it is that anything that you've already started would continue to grow, rather than you being confused and held back, that something that you started would really build momentum. And that actually also coincides with the 14th of June. We've got a Saturn-Uranus clash, which is a time for lasting transformation. So whatever you start now, it's going to transform everything, and it's going to keep going, it's just going to last. But I feel like you've got a lot of balance going on. You've adapted really well to your surroundings. You've adapted really well to any sort of confusion or upset. You're quite an optimistic person. You're making progress. You've weighed your options up. You've made your decisions, and off you've gone. Really quite happily. Which leads us to this Six of Shells, which is about harmony and cooperation. It's about sentiment and joy. These are the otters. I don't need to look these up. This is a pair of otters. And they're representing other people, some sort of community, friendship coming into play. They love playing, don't they? They're so playful. Your block, I feel, could be your innocence, a little bit of naivety perhaps. It could also be a distraction with a lot of people I know are coming out of lockdown, and I feel like there could be some distractions where you are suddenly allowed to re-enter the world and start communicating and playing and doing stuff. Just be careful that you don't become just fixated on going out and having a good time. I know it's been hard being isolated, being kept cooped up, if you like. You know, a lot of us have not seen loved ones and stuff, but don't lose the focus on your business and just end up just spending the whole month just messing about, because you will lose momentum that way. The root of any sorts of problems with your business this month, your business blocks, we've got the Nine of Crystals. Crystals are physical and material things. The 9 represents nearing completion of a cycle and security and abundance. It's represented by the spider here. So I apologise if you're a bit freaked out by spiders. I know a lot of people are. I said that this is the root of the problem, and that's kind of where this sits on this reading. Now, when I'm doing a reading for somebody who has a specific problem, this will come up as the root of the problem. In these general readings, this is kind of what is going on in your subconscious mind, and really what you're looking for is abundance. You've worked really hard. You've worked really hard. You've perfected your craft. You've built something really amazing, and you are feeling quite abundant. Your subconscious mind does not have a problem. You don't feel like you've got a problem. You've been realizing goals. You've felt very self-sufficient. It's not a problem at all. This is just your subconscious mind that is in really quite good, healthy spirits. You're due some nice rewards. You feel powerful. You feel like you can continue to create abundance and to build your business onwards. I don't feel like there's any sort of negative self-belief or anything like that here. I feel you subconsciously feel quite secure in what you're doing, and that's really brilliant. So we lead into the 9 of Feathers here, which is usually representative of what needs healing, or any sort of blockage that may have come up from your childhood that may be causing you to lack confidence, or have low self-esteem, or to self-sabotage, or to procrastinate, that sort of thing. But we've got the 9 of Feathers here, so again, we're nearing the end of something, some thoughts. It talks here about perspective and self-empowerment. You can be quite a protective person. You're trying to protect yourself, and perhaps from some negative thoughts. But I feel like you've actually been doing that, because this 9 of Crystals is talking about how you are subconsciously manifesting what you want. You do feel quite self-empowered, you do feel quite secure, and you do feel quite abundant. But you just have to watch out here that sometimes you get really anxious and you get quite fearful of stuff, and you need to just remind yourself, protect yourself, but don't be too overprotective of your feelings. It's time to be empowered. This is really sort of strong and powerful reading, really. It's talking about you being empowered, being strong, seeing things from perspective. Again, we've got perspective in line with this 3 of Acorns, where you're looking at things from a new perspective, from a higher perspective than perhaps you have been. Your nose is away from the window and you've taken a step back. Just don't let any of these fears bother you. You do have fears and anxieties that are linked to the past, to things that have happened to you. We all do. It's human. We carry our baggage around with us. But that's just a kind of, Spirit is saying it's just an advisory, if you like. It's a little word of warning. Don't let any sort of past anxieties ruin things for you. Things are never as bad as they might seem. But I feel like you're feeling quite secure in yourself anyway, so I don't really feel like you need to worry too much about this card at all. Not at all. So your recent past, you've got the 3 of Shells. And again, I think you're starting to make time for yourself. You're starting to make time to enjoy yourself now. That's the feeling I get from this. You have worked hard. You've built something amazing. You've had the occasional wobble. You know, you've had your little anxious moments, but you've taken that step back and you're starting to deal with it. And this last sort of 3 to 6 months, you are starting to enjoy yourself, aren't you? And so you should. We quite often view business as being work, and it feels like perhaps it should be hard, but that is actually a business block in and of itself. Business doesn't have to be hard. Obviously there are hard bits. Learning new skills is hard. Dealing with stroppy clients is hard. You know, sometimes the financial ups and downs can be hard. But business in itself does not have to be hard. It can be joyful. More of us need to be starting businesses that actually bring us great joy and bring us passion and purpose. And I feel now that you are starting to realise how far you've come. And you've come a long way. You've come a long way, baby. And you're starting to feel now like you can have some time to just enjoy yourself, to play, to celebrate everything that you have achieved. There's abundance here. There's a very strong feeling of freedom going on. It's time for you to enjoy everything that you've managed, and I'm really pleased that this has been happening for you, that, you know, you're actually finding the time to fit a little bit of playfulness and bliss in. But I'm just going to come back to this 6 of Shells. Just be mindful that you don't overdo the playfulness and lose sight of what you're actually doing. Spirit is telling me that if you feel like perhaps all the hard work is done and it's playtime, you've still got work to do. All play and no work is still out of balance. So it's okay to be joyful, it's okay to be enjoying yourself, but don't lose sight of what you're trying to do. Near future, we jump to the 8 of Shells, which is about mastery and manifestation. It's about quest and renewal. I feel like the success that you're currently enjoying, which is very well deserved now, is going to give you some time to reflect. Again, back to this 3 of Acorns, looking down on things from a, you know, you can see the wood for the trees, is what I'm being told now. This is a time when I feel that you're going to do a bit of decluttering. I think you're going to look at and reflect on what is working for you and what is not working for you, what has brought you the success that you've achieved so far, and what things have you tried that perhaps aren't giving you the returns that you want. I feel like you've got time to declutter. I think perhaps you've also got time to amend and adapt a few things that have worked, but you can make them work better. Now that your business is at a point where things are working out, you can see now, you can see what works and what doesn't, you can see what might need tweaking. It could be that you need to ask your audience what you need to tweak, ask your clients if everything is as it should be, or if there's something else you could be offering. Now, beg your pardon, because I missed the shaman here, which is what you're consciously focusing on. And again, this ties in with this guy in the fact that Giraffe has this view, this higher view. The shaman goes even higher than that. It's looking down at the 30,000 foot view. It's seeing all those tiny details and how they all fit together. And so we're back to this sort of thing. What is working for you and what isn't? You need to consciously focus on that. That's where we need to be looking. I feel like it's possible that you want to bring some more spiritual aspects into your business, perhaps. I feel like what I'm being told is there is a new dimension to the work that you are doing, that there is an added dimension that you could add, and it ties in with this renewal, that a more spiritual aspect to it. And I don't even mean that you have to start bringing spirituality into the actual business, but just maybe some spiritual practices before you start your business, or some meditation skills. Maybe you do your own readings before the day starts. You just need, I feel like there is a higher view, and in order to make things get to the next level, you've got to be more you. You've got to, there's a word I'm trying to, infuse, that's it. You need to infuse it with the more spiritual side of who you are. I'm just going to have a drink because I'm losing my voice now. So yeah, it does tie back in with this, that there is, I don't feel like it's a full renewal. I feel like I'm being shown a starfish losing an arm and then growing it back. That there's something that you just need to change slightly, perhaps. But it's definitely a time for getting rid of the stuff that you now know isn't giving you the business that you want, and focusing more on the stuff that you know is working for you. And it could involve tweaking it to make it better, or just amending a couple of things slightly, but look at the finer details is what I'm being told, that you need to look at it. You are mastering your craft beyond a shadow of a doubt. You've really got this nailed, Virgo. And I feel this is so positive. It's such a good reading. Your external environment, we got the 5 of Shells, which is about home and readjustment. Hope and readjustment, should I say. The 5 of Shells, that is the Firefly. Okay. This is about focusing your energy. There is a new beginning starting. You are healing. You feel hopeful. And I feel like this is perhaps, again, linked to this 9 of Feathers, the 5 of Shells and 9 of Feathers. You've felt conflicted. You've felt uneasy, perhaps a little bit uncomfortable in your own skin, in your own whatever it is you were doing. You've perhaps felt a little bit broken. But there's no need for that. You need to learn any lessons from the past, and you need to just focus on your strengths. Don't let anybody kind of make you feel like you're not good enough to keep doing what you're doing. You've proven it. You're doing really well. Everything's going really, really well. So don't let any sort of mistakes from the past come up and bite you in the butt now. Somebody that you know could come in and say, Oh, why are you doing that? You don't want to be doing that. Oh, it's wrong, you shouldn't be doing that. And then that instantly triggers whatever went on in the past, and you go, oh, no, now I'm doubting. Now I feel like I need to doubt that I'm doing the right thing. No. No, you've got a bright future ahead of you. Don't let anybody from the past or any mistakes from the past ruin that for you, because everything's going really as it should. So if anybody comes and says something that makes you feel a bit undermined, don't listen. You've got nothing to worry about. Don't doubt. Don't worry. Your hopes and fears, we've got the 10 of feathers. Now, I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you worrying a little about the renewal. You have transformed yourself. You have worked hard. But there's a little bit of worry going on about whether everything is right, whether your transformation will help you, or whether people might look at you and go, oh, look at that, what's going on there? You perhaps worry that you're doing too much. Sometimes I get the feeling that perhaps mentally you feel tired. So I would say, yes, you've undergone a change. There's a transformation afoot. There's nothing really for you to worry about. Take some time to recover if you need it. But I feel like this transformation is going to be amazing for you, actually, Virgo. I feel like all of this is leading to these transformations. The projected outcome, we've got the 3 of crystals in reverse. Now that is a busy bee. The funny card, that one, because I have been known to see it as a bumblebee and Spirit has told me to focus on the solitary aspect of being a bumblebee, and then sometimes it appears as the honeybee, which then it talks about collaboration, working as a team, productivity. This is telling you that if you've come to a standstill somewhere, if you feel like you've come to a standstill, that you need to ask for advice from other people to help you get unstuck. As an outcome, that card kind of feels out of sync, doesn't it? Because everything else I feel fits together really well. You know, you've worked hard, everything's going well, you now feel like you've got time to enjoy what you've been doing. You can be a bit protective of yourself, you can be a bit anxious at times, but actually you've been okay, you've felt quite secure, things have worked out and built your confidence a bit. And now you're looking to perhaps bring a bit of divine wisdom into your projects, into your life, and that's fine. You've taken this higher ground, you've started to look at how you can improve things in a spiritual way, and that's all good stuff. You're going through a renewal, you're going to declutter some of the stuff that hasn't served you and do more of what does serve you, bring in more of a spiritual aspect to things. You're seeing things pretty clearly. But then we get to these kind of things where somebody could be trying to undermine your success and make you feel like, you know, you should doubt yourself. We get to this, will this transformation bring good things or will it bring bad things? Will people look at me differently? Will I still be successful if I bring in this aspect of myself that perhaps I've kept under wraps for now? And then we get to this 3 of crystals where it feels like you might need some help to move forward, and that is kind of your outcome. But Spirit is telling me that's not really the outcome. Spirit is telling me it's an advisory again of, if you feel stuck about the direction that your business is going to go in, if you are worried about bringing more spirituality into it and the effect that it could have, this renewal could have upon clients, upon the people around you, that you shouldn't. You should go and find somebody to take advice from, somebody who's perhaps done this sort of thing before and invoked a bit more spirituality into their business to see how that worked out for them. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to clarify that card. I'm going to do it with the Herb Crafters because I just feel like there's more to that message about your outcome than I'm perhaps picking up. Oh, we've got a jumper. Blimey. They're coming thick and fast today, these jumpy ones. The Ten of Earth, the horse tail. We're looking at material things, we're looking at the completion of a cycle. Okay, this is an interesting one, and I'm going to read it from the book because I can't say it any better than this. The key words for this, the key phrases are ancient magic, modern medicine. Find strength deep within. The wisdom of the elders takes root in the bones of youth. You are safe and secure. You are a well-established member of your community. Know your work supports and sustains others. Horsetail both gathers nutrients and removes toxins from the area. Understand your connection to the greater purpose of life. Pause and connect often with all that you have been given. Horsetail is a relative of a 400 million year old plant. You come from ancestral giants. This has all taken place before. Sometimes, in order to be effective, you learn to grow small and multiply. Nourish an underground network. Mindfully gather from resources that have carried generations. Horsetail is favoured among biodynamic gardeners as natural fertiliser. The future can build on the strengths of the past. That now makes total sense. This card is telling you that should you need to look at your community and ask for advice on stuff. The Ten of Earth card is saying that you are a vital part of your community, that what you are doing is benefiting the community greatly. There will be rewards and great physical things coming in for you for the work that you are doing, and that can just be abundance of clients, abundance of money. I feel like there's definitely recognition. Building on the ancient wisdom of the past, I think, brings us back to this shaman. You need to bring the ancient wisdom into whatever your business is, and it will revitalise it. There will be some renewal. But don't worry about the transformation. I feel like you want to make the transformation, but you're a little bit scared to do it. Don't be scared to do it, because by doing it, you are going to benefit your community. There are so many people out there that will benefit from what you're doing. So be out, be proud, be brave. Be brave about it, and let the transformation begin. So before I finish, I'm going to do an animal spirit deck, because I normally do animal spirit card. Just as an ending message. What a great reading that is. I was a little bit unsure how that was going to go. But I really enjoyed doing that. I hope you enjoy these readings as much as I actually enjoy doing them for you, because I love doing them. I'm fascinated by stories, I'm fascinated by psychology of people and how they see the world and how they fit, and I love business. The idea of you going out there and making a massive difference in your community just makes me feel amazing. I love that. I want more people to go out and do that, to go out and really make a difference to other people. And sometimes we don't see it, do we? We don't see. Again, with the Three of Acorns and the shaman there, sometimes we're so close to what we're doing that we don't see the benefits that it brings to other people. And perhaps part of this rising above and looking down at the 30,000 foot view is that you'll start to see just what effect you have on people, just what amazing things and transformations you're making for other people. And there's no greater gift than that. Well, I'm trying to get an animal spirit card, but nothing is actually coming out. So maybe there's nothing else to say. This happens sometimes, and I do... Oh, no, wait a minute. Too many cards. We've got 5 cards. It's not going to work. Sorry, Spirit. Spirit says continue. Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. So that's just clarifying and reinforcing what we've just said. This rebirth is assured. I think you know what works, you know what doesn't. You're a little bit afraid of bringing more of yourself and your spirituality into your business, but don't be. This rebirth will bring you what you want, and you will make a massive difference to your community, your clients, as a result. it will really help people. So Virgo, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, please like, subscribe and share this video with anybody who might like to see it. If you'd like a private reading, the details are below. Thank you for keeping me company today. I love the fact that, you know, you're out there while I'm sitting alone here. I do hope you enjoyed it. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know what your situation is. Let me know if this is resonating or if it's completely off the mark. Either way, I'd like to know. And I will see you again next time. Have a great month, Virgo. With love and magic always, this is Maria Guyan signing out.